patient. She has quite an interesting story to share with us. And without further ado, we're just going to get right into it. So, how long? Well, let's start out from the very beginning. How did you end up being diagnosed with heart failure?
So I had my youngest daughter who is now 21. She's almost 22. I had her, and a week after I had her, my artery dissected. And it came from childbirth. And so I had to have quadruple bypass surgery.
Oh,
Yeah, so I was doing pretty well actually after that. And then that was in 1999. And then I went into heart failure around 2010.
hmm.
So up until then, they were treating it with medications and things of that sort. And so yeah, I went in about 2010. Couldn't hold anything down. Um, I think I was probably down to like 101 pounds. I couldn't even hold water down. And so they kept trying and trying to figure out what was wrong. They couldn't figure out what was wrong. Um, and
Hold
then,
on. We might have just to start this over again. Somebody's at my front door. Hold on.
oh, okay, go ahead, no problem.
People still come door to door selling stuff?
I was like, that's that's odd.
Nah, bro, it's Corona, man. I don't know that. Hey, man.
Maybe in your neck of woods, not of mine.
Maybe it's a country thing. I don't know. That's a good way to get set up right there. All right, so let's start this all over. Damn, it was going good too.
Okay. No worries.
I was like, who am I? I'm not. And then I was like, well, maybe it's Amazon. But Amazon don't never ring the bell. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am sitting here with DaKeia Williamson.
Dakia.
Oh, let's start over again. I'm sorry. See how he got me off my
Take
game,
three,
man?
take three.
Hey. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we are sitting here with DaKeia Williamson. She is an LVAD patient, and she's here to share her story of survival, pretty much, and what it takes, and how it all started, and hopefully to give somebody some encouragement and some insight. So let's start from the beginning. How were you initially diagnosed?
so in 99, um, when I had my youngest and my last daughter, a week after I gave birth, I went, my artery dissected. And so I had to have quadruple bypass surgery. Did pretty well on medications and things like that. And then in 2010, I went into heart failure. Um, and they didn't diagnose like what it was at first. So I had, because with women sometimes it's different, the symptoms are different.
Mhm.
So I just had trouble walking like long distances. I couldn't hold any food down, any water, like nothing. They ran all kind of tests and then finally diagnosed me with heart failure and then introduced me to the LVAD, which actually, when I was introduced to it, it was a trial. Like it hadn't even come out all the way yet. It was during a trial period in 2010.
Okay. Okay. So how did they explain to you what was about to happen?
Um, they just explained it, like you're at end stage, if we don't do this, you're not gonna make it past like 2 months.
Okay.
And my family was more um like blown away, kind of like nervous and everything about it. At that point, I think I just kind of like blanked out, and it just was like whatever was going to make me feel better. Whatever was going to make me feel better than what I was feeling, give it to me. And
Exactly.
so it kind of, yeah, it kind of went from there.
Which LVAD do you have?
I have hardware.
Okay.
Yeah, I have hardware.
Yeah, I got a heartmate. I have a heartmate too.
Oh, okay. Okay. So how hardware is more, have you seen hardware before?
Yes.
Oh, okay. It's more bulkier, like the batteries, are bulkier. So I make it work like I can show you. Like, so today I have this little purse, this little
Ah,
strange little purse that I carry it in. So
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I do
But
the same
yeah.
thing. I have been looking. I'm a little sedity, so I wanted like a Louis Vuitton bag or something to put it in.
Oh, we're the same. I have MCMs. I have, yeah,
I
we're the
couldn't find
same.
one.
Fendi.
I couldn't find one with the double zipper because I wanted to have it wouldn't
Oh.
zip the right way, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I ended up getting two Supreme bags,
Okay.
and the new Supreme bags to have the double zipper.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like twice as big as my normal battery bag, and
Mm-hmm.
I can put other stuff in it too.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
yeah.
So mine is just my bag, and then I carry like a small, like little leather, little book bag
Mhm.
for my backup.
I was mad, so I tried that too. But my
Mm-hmm.
drive line isn't long enough to
No,
sling
for the
around my
extra.
back. Well, okay, so let me tell you this. I had to have my drive line repaired.
Mm-hmm.
It's not my original drive line. It just over time, I've had mine for getting ready to be 6 years,
Okay.
and
Mm-hmm.
just wear and tear. And
Yeah.
once I started doing stuff, I started feeling myself going to the gym and snagging it on stuff. So it was to
Mm-hmm.
a point where like I was scared to take a shower because I didn't want to electrocute myself.
Mm-hmm.
So they cut it and reattached it, and yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
So,
because of that, it's not as long as it used to be too.
oh, okay. Gotcha.
I think if I can get it on, that's about as long as I can go.
Oh, wow. But see
So
how thin yours is? Like, I was just the heart is so bulky. Like it's really bulky. So yeah, but this is so I had ended up getting an infection,
mhm.
a driveline infection, and I got that back in 2015 maybe,
Wow, that's when I
and
got mine.
actually did pretty well up until 2000. I mean, they patched it up, gave me medicines. I did pretty well. I did really well actually until 2018. The end of 2017, I was just like in and out, in and out, in and out. And they just was like, if you come back one more time, it's replacement. Like it's no, it's not up for debate.
What
I
was
tried to get around it.
what was making you go back?
Um, Oh, different reasons, just like nausea, um, fever, just like, and then I mean, it just got to the point where it was it was leaking like really bad. Like, just I kept going through like doing dressing changes like twice a day, patch it up, and it just, yeah. So I got sepsis twice.
Wow.
Yeah, so they were just like, this is it. You're going to get it repaired. So, like a pump exchange. So, 2018, 18, 19, 2018, no, 2019, I got my pump exchange.
So they did it with the exact same type of pump?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what
Yeah.
was that like having to be back in that situation again?
Oh my gosh. I wish I had a picture. I do in my phone. I don't know if it was bad. Like it was, I mean, the surgery went well, it was like a 13-hour surgery,
Hmm.
but it was just the whole recovery
Hmm.
was just
And see, that's what I'm
bad for
thinking
me.
about because I'm like, I don't want to do it again unless I'm getting my transplant.
Yeah, it was just bad for me. So I decided like maybe about the third year because they did because my antibodies were high. So they did the plasmapheresis.
Hmm.
And when they did it the first time, maybe probably was like, I got it like 2012. I think they tried it, and my antibodies didn't go down a lot. And I just like, I don't want to do this no more. So I'm like, I'm going to keep it. Like, I don't want transplant.
Hmm.
So they tried to talk me into it. And then it was the whole, by the third year, I got used to the bag. So I'm
Right.
like, I don't want to get people, some people that are not knowledgeable, they think the heart transplant is the fix all. Like
Mhm.
once you get it, you don't have to worry about nothing ever again. And that's not the case.
Right.
Kind of, you don't know, you have to kind of weigh your pros and cons because you have the bad, you kind of know the ins and outs, you used to it now. Do you had transplant, you don't know the what ifs, so I just was like, nah, I'm good. I'm
Mhm.
good on that. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. That's one of the, like I was telling people, I want people to share the good and the bad
Mm-hmm.
because I want people to. It's not a lot of information for us out there,
Mm-hmm.
and I want people to know, walk into it with your eyes wide open. What's
Mm-hmm.
what's going on? Do you have a defibrillator or ICD?
I had one, but when I got my pump exchange, they took it out.
Wow, lucky you.
Yeah, they took it out. Yeah. Yeah, they took it out. So when I had my VAD, it shocked me. Was it before my VAD? No. I'm trying to think, was it before my VAD or after my VAD? It was before my VAD. I think it was right before my VAD. When I had my defibrillator, it shocked me. And not, I mean, and just like I'm sitting here talking to you, I was sitting at home with my mom, my two kids, we just laughing, and I just passed out. They
Wow.
said my heart rate, the beats got up. So it wasn't even beating, it was just quivering. That's
Mm.
how high. Yeah. And the defibrillator, yep, shocked it back. So, but once I got the VAD, well, when I got the exchange, they was like, we're gonna just take this out. You don't need it anymore. So
Okay. Yeah, I had mine shot me a couple of times.
yeah. So
Uh,
fun fact, I used to play flag football.
okay.
So when I first got my defibrillator, I didn't tell them that. So, they have to set it to kind of like match your
Yeah. Right.
activity.
Right.
Yeah. And I'm just out there running on the field and it's just like boom. And I feel everybody's looking. It was kind of funny, but not funny, but because everybody's looking like nobody hit her. Like, how is she on the ground? You can't even contact sport. Like,
The first time mine went off, I thought somebody had hit me in the face with a baseball and ran,
mm-hmm. Wow.
and I was ready to fight.
I can understand that.
You know,
Yeah.
once I got my wits together about me, I was ready to fight.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to learn because, well, it's not bad now because my heart's stronger. I
Mm-hmm.
did a lot of working out and a lot of cardio based exercising. So now my heart isn't as weak as it was right after surgery. Like I haven't been shot. I've had it. This is going on 6 years. I don't
Hmm.
think I got shot again after my second year.
Okay.
But one time I had to learn that. So I play video games and I used
Mm-hmm.
to play competitively.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a lot of smack talking that goes on with that. And I'm gonna get you, and you so and so. And I was all hyped, running around the corner about to blow this dude out. And he said something about my mama, and I got and I'm gonna get it. Next thing I knew, I was laying on the couch. Pop!
Wow.
And that taught me to settle that down. And
Mm-hmm.
you know, your emotions affect your body. Really, it's saying you don't really think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like just getting excited with the game, had my heart rate up and racing, and yeah. And then once I started working out, I had to have them raise the level of my pump too.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't want to be in the gym on the treadmill and just get hit again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's what I need to do. Actually, when I went to the grocery store today, I didn't buy any bread. Like I didn't buy any snacks because I put on a lot of weight, and I'm like,
COVID,
this weight,
man.
this
COVID was
weight,
the setup.
it gotta go. Like I have to start somewhere. I'm like, I have
I
to.
got to the point where I was going to the gym an hour or two every day.
Oh wow.
Yep.
See,
And
I'm not there yet. Like, I guess because
it took a while.
it's
Now
like
hold up. Now let me tell you this.
beginning.
It wasn't overnight. It took a few months for me to ramp up to get there, and
So
then
now, how did you start?
I just went. Well, for one, I'm very cheap, and if I pay for
Mm-hmm.
something, I'm gonna use it.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a little Planet Fitness and membership.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, if I got this, then I went and bought me, I like shoes. So I went out and bought me a little pair of workout shoes. I was like, I got the shoes, I gotta do something. So I go
Mm-hmm.
in Planet Fitness and I would walk around. I talked to little. The first time I went there, I didn't do nothing. I just walked around and checked it out.
Check it out.
Right. But I went to the gym. So, you know what I'm saying? I ain't lying.
Hmm.
I went to the gym. So then went back the next day, and if you talk to the trainer they have there, they give you the little tour.
Hmm.
They gave me a little tour, and I signed up for one of his little classes, the little 30-minute workout class.
Hmm.
And I got about 5 minutes into it, and I was like, all right, bro, that's cool. I'm cool with that.
I'm good on this tree.
Right. So then the next day I went, I think that's the secret. I went every day. So
Hmm.
the next day I went, I got on the treadmill. I got on the treadmill for like 5 minutes. I was tired, and I went around and did little weights and played around on the exercise bike for a couple of minutes, and I was good. And then
Hmm.
the day after that, I got on the treadmill, did 5 more minutes. So after going, I went every day during the week. Drop my kids off at school, go to the gym. And after the first 2 weeks, I went from 5 minutes to 10 minutes. And I was like, okay, I'm going to do this for a week. Then after I did 10 minutes, I did 15 minutes. I'm going to do this for a week, maybe 2 weeks. And then let me do 20 minutes. And
Hmm.
before I knew it, maybe a month or two in, I was doing 30, 40 minutes at a time. But then I was able to do 30 minutes, go work out, and come back and do 30 more minutes. So,
Oh, okay.
and at the height of it, I was doing an hour,
Oh, wow.
45 minutes to an hour.
So yeah, I just need to start.
You need
Like,
to start. But then I was in it and COVID hit.
hmm,
And then it's like now I'm starting all over again.
gotta start all over again.
Yep.
Yeah.
So are you getting your vaccine?
You know, I think I am. I just been so iffy about it. You know, you hear some things and you hear some things, and then it's just. But I think I may just go ahead and get it.
I got my first one.
How did you feel?
It felt like a flu shot.
Mm-hmm.
It hurt it didn't hurt when they gave it to me, but like an hour
Mm-hmm.
after, it kind of got my arm got a little stiff, a little sore.
Mm-hmm.
And it was sore for about 2 days, and then
Okay.
like I was doing this all day.
Mm-hmm.
After that, it wore off. I hear it's the second one though that give you like flu-like symptoms and make you a little tired and headaches and stuff.
Oh, okay. So when I took my flu, because I really don't like getting the flu shot either. Like my doctors have to be like, DaKeia,
Yeah, it's
you
time.
need that. We can't make you get this with you. So when I got my flu shot this year, my cousin told me to take Tylenol,
Hmm.
and I took the Tylenol before I went and was fine, like nothing. But they said with the flu vaccine, I mean with the um corona vaccine, like you can't take anything. Like they don't want you to take anything. So I'm
Well,
like,
they didn't tell me that, but I done. So I stay away from aspirin and Tylenol stuff like that because my warfarin is so high.
okay, let's get into that. I don't
Okay,
know how much time we got, but let's get into that.
all right.
Okay, so I try now. I am one that advocates heavily for myself.
Mhm.
So I don't care what you doing to me, what you giving me. I'm going to question everything. Why am I taking that? How long I got to take that? Well, what's the effect on that? What's the benefit on that? Like, what's the side effects? Everything. So I was reading up that
Well, hold on. Let me
aspirin.
say this for all the people that know, warfarin is a blood thinner, and because our blood levels have to be a certain thickness, for lack of a better word, to run through the pump. That's why they put LVAD patients on warfarin. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So I'm like, I keep reading that most people don't take aspirin when you take warfarin.
Mhm.
So I had got to the point where I stopped taking it. I didn't tell them that, but I completely stopped. And then after a while, I would tell them, how they run down your list of medications and they like, you taking your aspirin? I'm like, every so often. Like I take it here and there, but I don't take it, like every day. So I had got a clot in my pump twice.
Mhm.
So I contribute the aspirin to the clot in my pump, but
Yeah, and
they
I
were
stopped. I stopped taking the aspirin because I was
really
told that the aspirin and the warfarin it's like you're doing double duty.
See, and that's what I was told. But then they're saying no, the aspirin, like when you have a VAD, the aspirin helps. So my thing is, if we're all on like this machine, like nobody, how come? Where's the disconnect?
Hmm.
That some say aspirin and some say no to the aspirin,
Yeah, yeah.
and I have yet to
And
get
they
like,
told, well, I was originally prescribed both. And then they
mm-hmm,
went down and was seeing, how to at the start of your appointment, they run down all your medicines and what you've been taking and
mm-hmm,
this and that. And one of my doctors was like, no, you don't do that. And ever since that, I stopped taking the aspirin. I mean, I still have a prescription for it, and if my kids get
mm-hmm.
a headache, I give it to them, but I don't take
So
it.
did they have you taking like a baby aspirin or
I think it
like
was
a
like
full dose?
I think it was a full dose. But
Okay.
again, I think because my warfarin levels were so high that
Mm-hmm.
it would have ate the aspirin up anyway.
Oh, okay. So I take a baby dose, but when I say sparingly, I might pop one here. Like you said, if I got a headache or something, every now and again, like, I'll take one, but I don't really take it. And I tell them, I don't really take the aspirin like
And
that.
that's one of the things I always have to watch out about is pain medicine, aspirin.
Mm-hmm.
And, I think you're not supposed to take, like, I like BCs because to me,
Oh, you
yeah.
old school. Let me tell you
Oh
something. My
yeah.
children, like my aunt, has my children on BC. Oh, they don't want nothing else. They got
Yeah,
cramps,
my
headaches,
daughter's
nothing.
that
Give me
way.
a BC.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
They be
Give
like,
me
that
a
other stuff
BC.
don't work, Daddy.
Mm-hmm.
I think I started taking it. Well, I had my very first open heart surgery when I was 4. I was 4 years old. I had a heart murmur.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I had atrioceptive, with ASD repair, atrioceptive, um, whatever it is. So I
Mm-hmm.
had that when I was 4. I was one of the first kids to have open heart surgery of that
Mm-hmm.
magnitude. And it's really, I'm crazy blessed because it was me and this other boy. We had it the same day, the same time, and he didn't make it, and I
Wow.
did. But because of that, and I was asthmatic as a kid, and so regular pain medicine really didn't affect me.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't do nothing for me. Like, so, and then it have to be like something strong, like a Advil or something, and then I
Mm-hmm.
would have to take two. Or but
Mm-hmm.
BCs go right to it.
Mm-hmm.
But again, you gotta be careful, especially with the warfarin. All that stuff ties in making your blood thinner than what it should be.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I still have to go every week and get my blood work done.
I do too.
Hmm.
I do too. Yeah, because first they had me going like every 2 weeks, I think it was. And then when I started getting the clots and the pump, then they were
Hmm.
like, no, like actually I said every week because the 2 weeks is not working. That's too
Right.
far apart. So now, but they actually they just readjusted my warfarin yesterday because it kind of goes up and down. So do you eat anything with vitamin K, like broccoli? Like do you do smoothies with like the spinach? Do you do any of that?
Yes and no. So, and that's one reason why they have to adjust it every week. Like
Mm-hmm.
now, I'm really starting to get back into my whole weight loss thing. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm eating more salads. I'm like tomorrow I'm probably gonna cook cabbage, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
eating more greens. So every week they have to adjust it. Like my pharmacy, they don't know what to do.
I feel you on that.
Right. Like 1 week is 5, now it's 7.5. What is this dude doing? And then they have to give me like the 90-day supply because they'll give me them in fives, and then I can
Mm-hmm.
break them down and make my own, make my 7.5s, or take two, make 10, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But then you run out of your prescription faster than you're supposed to.
Exactly. And they like, no, it's not time. I'm like, what I needed. Just give me three to
Right.
last me until I could figure it
See,
out.
I got my LVAD coordinator on speed dial. I'll be like, hold on, I got something for you. I will make that phone call now. Check your little machine.
So do you
Yeah,
have to go in or do you have the machine, the home machine?
a little bit of both. Right now though, I prefer going in because it gives me an excuse to get out the house.
Oh, okay.
So I don't mind going.
Okay.
Yeah, and then the hospital's not that bad nowadays, and most people
Mm-hmm.
that it's not like it was before COVID. Like it was mad populated. Now people are in there just because they have to be in there. So I don't
Yeah.
mind going there.
Oh, okay. So I normally make an appointment with the lab. So as long as you have an appointment, you can come at any time to be seen first.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'll either go like early in the morning before I go to work or
Mhm.
when I get off. Like make sure I'm like the last, kind of like the last when they get ready to close.
Oh yeah, we go so often. I know the hot times to go.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, I have a standing order, so I just go and it's to the point I only have to show my ID, my insurance card no more.
Yeah. Same here. Go
And
ahead
then
through door one, Miss Williamson.
and then as soon
Hey.
as I show up there, you could tell when it's somebody new and they be like, he a regular. You ain't gotta ask me no questions. Ain't nothing changed. Let me go ahead and sign the thing. We out.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. So what kind of like activities did you used to do like that you can't do or that you still do like with your bad?
Well, the only thing that it's funny that you asked me that. The only thing that I can't do that I want to do is swim.
Oh, and you know the funny thing, I don't even know how to swim, but I just want to get in the water.
I want to swim so bad. And I used to swim. My father was in the military,
Hmm.
and during my teenage years, he was stationed in Puerto Rico. And in
Oh,
Puerto
okay.
Rico, I learned ain't nothing else to do. You in an island,
You on the
surrounded by
island, right?
water, and I'm on a naval base, so I'm surrounded by professional divers, and like you can
Hmm.
go to the PX and rent diving equipment, and so I stayed in the water all the time,
Hmm.
snorkeling, swimming with barracudas, and all that.
Oh,
It's
wow.
don't believe it's a lot. It's a stereotype that black people don't swim. I swim my butt off. That was one of the that that was one of the things I did,
Hmm.
and I got to swim with my kids, and I didn't know at the time. I had my
Hmm.
surgery in February. This was the November before. It was
Hmm.
Thanksgiving. We have you familiar with Great Wolf Lodge?
Hmm.
Yeah, with the water
Hmm.
park and everything.
Yeah. Hmm.
So we did a family thing for Thanksgiving where we went to Great Wolf Lodge.
Hmm.
And my kids the whole year before had been going to the YMCA and swimming and well
Hmm.
taking swimming lessons. I wasn't too convinced that they knew how to swim, but I was sure that if they got in some water, they wouldn't drown, right?
Hmm.
So we go to Great Wolf Lodge, and my son says, "Daddy, look!" Next thing I know, this little boy across the water. I
Hmm.
was like, "What?" And at this time, he was like 4. I was like, "Wow!" So I got in the water, start playing with him, and
Hmm.
I'm really blessed we had that because that's the only time I was able to swim with my kids.
Wow.
Yeah, jumping off the
Wow.
diving board and everything. It was like,
Hmm.
oh boy.
Wow.
That and I
Yeah.
wish I would have known the very last bath that I took was going to be my
Hmm.
last bath.
Okay, so now, so let's get a little personal now.
Uh,
So bathing and things of that sort, because I think you guys, Heartmate, got your shower bags and stuff
right.
after Heartwear.
Hmm.
So here's the thing. When they told me you're gonna have to take wash ups, no, I'm not. That's not gonna work for me. I need to get in the bath and submerge. That's not gonna work. So I figured it out.
Uh-huh.
So I took because my drive line is kind of long a little bit, it has a little length.
Mhm.
So I wrap myself in saran wrap.
Uh-huh.
I fill the tub up to like waist length.
Uh-huh.
I put my bag outside of the tub and I took a bath. And so I'm in this little LVAD group on Facebook, and people were like, "Oh my God, you're not scared?" And that. No, I need to take a bath.
Well, I don't know if it's nasty or not, but I haven't taken a bath in 6 years.
But y'all do have the shower
Yeah,
bag, though, right?
the shower bag works. I can do
Okay.
the shower bag.
Okay.
I do the shower bag. Yes.
Mhm.
But I tell you when my cord had pretty much the whole wrapping that shriveled up around it. I was
Mhm.
scared. I was like, that's all I
So
need
they
was the
didn't
water.
use that tape, like it's like a tape.
Oh, I was beyond the tape.
Oh wow.
I
So
was
yeah,
beyond
so when they did
like
that,
I was
every
holding on.
time,
My cord was holding on by strings.
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine at first was just coming to loose a little bit. and they would use it. And every time I would have to get a wrap, I would have to keep going up there. I said, I'm not gonna keep doing this. So I went to the store and found a tape myself where I can wrap my own.
Mhm.
So I don't have to, yeah, but mine was pretty like, I don't think it was that bad, but
Yeah, and it was, it was so nerve wracking because you're awake. It's not. I was in the surgery, right, but they admitted me to have it done just so I'll
mhm,
be in the hospital just in case something happened.
something happened. Yeah.
And the guy came in for Abbott, and he was talking to me, and he started cutting open the thing, and I was like, oh. And then he started cutting wires, and I'm like, like he talking to me, and I'm just like, but I'm watching what he's doing.
Right.
And I got a picture, I'll send it to you, where
Hmm.
my cord was connected by one wire,
Wow.
and then they connected all the other wires to the new cord,
Hmm.
and they was like, you ready? I was like, yeah, I'm ready. And then they cut that last wire and connected it real fast. And I
Hmm.
felt my pump stop.
Wow.
I felt it. It was like, oh,
Hmm.
hurry up, plug that back in.
Wow.
Yeah, it was. I felt my pump stop like twice, but it was controlled. But
Hmm.
yeah, it's not a good.
So here's a funny story.
Okay.
So back, I'm divorced now, but my last marriage, we were going, this is my first outing, like since I had the VAD. A girlfriend of mine had a masquerade party.
Okay.
I'm like going to get my dress, and so I already figured out how to wear the dress, that I have to get a zipper, like put on the side, so that I can put the bag through and wear my little bag and do it that way. So I got my little dress, go pick it up, and it's ready, and I'm getting dressed, and I realized that the space that they cut for the VAD, they only cut the space for the drive line to go through and not for the
Not
whole
the
VAD
battery.
to fit through.
Uh,
So I was like, not enough space, no problem. I'll just disconnect the drive line. Why didn't I do that?
well, I guess since Zoom is trying to tell me to wrap it up, we can go ahead and wrap it up.
All
Um,
right.
you got any last advice for people?
With the have a bad, I just would say to anyone that has one, um, you just gotta live for you. If you're comfortable with it, you have to figure out what works for you. Everybody's situation is different. You just have to figure out, how to adjust to the life, how to, just be you, just be comfortable with it. And for anybody that has to make the decision on getting it, it's the same thing. Don't take nobody's bad or nobody's good and try to make it, people can give you insight and educate you on it a little, but the ultimate, decision is yours. And also, how well you do, like the outcome, that's up to God. It's a
Right.
it's been a blessing for me. So
Hey, yeah, I wake up every day like thank you because I ain't supposed. I'm on borrowed time, so
yeah, yeah.
make me appreciate these little rugrats running around here.
Listen, mine are grown and I feel the same. Those are my babies.
All right,
My
y'all. I want
babies.
to thank y'all for taking a listen to us today. I'm gonna invite you back, and maybe one day we might have like an LVAD roundtable.
Okay, cool.
All right. So
All
tell
right.
everybody how they can reach you on social media.
Okay, so oh wow. So you can reach me on IG at oso_Coco and on Facebook at Coco Kimmy.
Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate your time.
All right, no problem. Good talking to you.
Have a good one.
All right, you too.